Okay. Finally got the snacks. Got my water, got my tea. Also, Mickey, drive safely. But yes, we have shit to do, so let's just do it. And yes, I have a planned agenda. Might be a lot more chips than I had hoped to eat. Oh wow. The game will load, thank you. But yes, there is an agenda that I have planned to do. Not sure if it's going to be a lot or a little. Maybe both. But the first one, I would just need someone willingly clip this first part. Because I really feel like posting this on Twitter. Clip I'm about to do. It'll take time, so give me a moment. If it'll load my map. Holy fuck, bitrate just dropped. We're back? We're back. Okay. Where is it? Is over here. Am I at the right spot? I am not. This is the one I want to go to. Oh. Climb, Zhongli, climb. Okay. If someone is around, please clip this part.
Cold. So cold.
Wait, no, I fucked it up. Okay, so, for context, I lost the 50-50 to Chi-Chi. And as punishment, I'm throwing Chi-Chi off the highest point of leeway and kicking her off my team forever to rot. I know it sounds heartless, but she deserves it. I'm gonna just go ahead and clip it myself when the time comes. There it is.
Don't want to be sealed back up.
There. Rot forever, Chi-Chi. Watch this cutie play. What? No! That was the third one. Oh. Well, now that Chi-Chi is forever rotting, the next order of business are the commissions. Also, hi Spurs. I hope I pronounced that one right. Mission is this way. So after commissions, I plan on blowing through all my resin to build Yaimiko, at least. And then I'm gonna just do Albedo's story quest, because why not? Either that or Zhao's story quest, whichever one y'all prefer. Personally, I don't care, they both need to get done. Oh. This looks like a very interesting puzzle. I'll just mark this location down and do this puzzle later. I'm gonna do that one. This is the second puzzle I found in Liyue during commissions. That was not my intention.
Stabilize.
Give up.
This is order.
Don't waste my time. Useless.
Solidify.
It's nothing.
Let's see if I could find a way to get up here. There we go. Oh no.
Stabilize.
Don't waste my time.
I will have order.
Zhongli's burst.
Your life is mine. Useless. Boring. Don't waste my time.
That was a lot. Next commission is... where is it? Over here. Click the mountain lift. That should be easy. Oh! And apparently there's a Geoculi nearby. It's over this way. See, that's the beauty of commissions in Liyue. When I start doing them, I come across all sorts of puzzles, Geoculi. Holy fuck! That scared me. Come on, use your skill.
Solidify. This is order.
Boom. Oh, he dropped a 4-star Berserker's Rose. Interesting. There are a lot of wars around here, though. I hope this monolith challenge doesn't take long, because I'd really like to start farming for Yaimiko.
Solidified.
Give up. Barbados, guide us. Boring. It's nothing. Don't waste my time.
Order guide you. Solidified.
It's nothing. Submit.
You'll be lurking? That's alright, cat. Glad you can stop on by.
Don't waste my time.
Solidified.
Go as planned.
Let's hope this hits most of them. It didn't.
It's nothing.
This is order.
Don't waste my time.
It's hard to get to this. Come on.
Give up. It's nothing.
I want Zhao.
Go as planned.
This one. Tall, sabotage slime blue. This should be easy. Wonder if I could kind of sneak a plunge attack in right quick.
Worthless.
Don't waste my time. Give up.
Stabilize.
I swear by my sword. Don't waste my time. Submit.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Solidified.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Well, that was easy. Final commission is in Niue Harbor. I'm hyper focusing on this game, aren't I? And I should stop doing that. Excuse me, people. You with the glasses. What do you need? Skip it. Because I'm not going to read through all of this. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Apparently the signs are all the way up here. I don't know what kind of sign I'm looking for. I'm just looking for a sign. I didn't want to bother reading it. That's just how I am through with commissions, but actual character quests, I'll listen to the dialogue or read it. I gotta go all the way. Alright. Oh, up there. Why is this a thing? Because these buildings are a literal maze. And the stairs aren't even loading. Okay, now they loaded. I know I wasn't the only one that saw this. Bird. Freshly cooked chicken meat. That's what I needed. I was about to say, you're not gonna let me climb up? I worked very hard here. There we go. Couple of birds on the roof. And on the bright side, the Commissioners Guild is right next door, so I could just get the rewards from there. Also, Cat, if you missed it, I threw Chi-Chi off of a cliff. I'm very proud about it. Excuse me.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
See, I've
Thank you
started
for
listening
completing today's
to her
commissions.
dialogue because I
Here
felt
is your
bad.
reward.
Alright, time to farm for Yaimiko. Error. Hello. Yaimiko, she needs the Thundering Fury set. Because I'm gonna run 2-piece Glad and 2-piece Thundering Fury. That's not it. Are you it? That's Ocean Hewitt, and that's Husk of Opulent. Nope. Where is it? Are you it? You have to be it. Shiminawa. Emblem. This one. And you are... say... this one it? No. Where is it? I know that's not it. No. No. That's Gladiator. That's not what I need. Your Bloodstained and Noblesse. You're not artifacts. You are... Lava Walker and Crimson and Witch. You are... artifacts. Wizard Strayer. Part of Depth. Where's the Thundering Fury? You it? Pale Flamin' Nasty. Been cleared. Got it. Got it. Nope. Where is it? You have to be it. Thunder Soother. Thundering Fury. Thank you, Lord. Whew. So let me pull up a Yaimiko build on my phone right quick. See what kind of artifacts I'm looking for. Let's see. Attack Sands, Electro Damage Goblet, and Crit Rate or Crit Damage Circlet. Thank you for the lurk, Mickey. Let's see. I'm gonna switch this out for the Wit Sith. I have 2 copies of the Wit Sith? I thought I only had 1. Oh well. Because it gives a higher base attack, but crit damage. Here, attributes. 1486. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking for a crit rate crown instead. You say bring a pyro? I am not going to. I should have used condensed resin instead. Oh well.
Stabilize.
Give up.
Order guide you.
It's not.
Now I can see why they want me to bring a pyro character.
Useless. Wind, hear me.
Solidify.
Give up.
I will have order.
There you are, eavesdropper.
Boring. Useless. Don't waste my time. Go over here.
Gather.
Give up.
Let me amuse myself a little.
Order guide you. Gather.
I swear by my sword. Go as one. It's not. Submit.
Wait.
Let me amuse myself. You really know how to get me going.
I will have order.
Your life is mine. Boring. Useless. Wind, hear me.
Evil
Over
conquering. Here.
Worthless.
Here. This is order. Gather.
Let me amuse
Don't waste my
myself
time.
a little. Oh, now you've got me worked up. Look at me. Just
That was certainly easier than I thought. Took a little longer, but now I see why they say bring a pyro. Give me some good pieces, please. You are Thunder Soother. What do you do? Electro resistance. And it's a healing bonus. Trash. Let me go for a lower level first. So I'm looking for. Back. Let's look at what I have on her so far. I only have a gladiator flower and a noblesse plume. It's texting. I don't want to give this up just yet. Does this offer career? It doesn't. I may have to take this off of Ningguang. I don't know. Because it has a lot of energy recharge on it, and that's what I want. Come on, energy recharge. HP. There's that trap. I'm gonna save that for later. Use that to roll for another. My mind went blank.
Stabilize.
Give up. I swear by my sword. Go as planned.
Stabilize.
It's nothing. Don't waste my time. Submit.
Rise. Order guide you.
For it. Go as planned. Give up. Wind, hear me.
Solidify. This is order.
Damn! He dodged it.
Don't waste my time.
I'm gonna cry.
Useless. Submit. Don't waste my time.
Oh, I'm climbing. Get me out of here.
Barbados, guide us. Give up.
Help. Help.
Your life is mine.
Order guide you.
I'm going to cry. This is the second time they.
Solidify. Lament.
This is the second time they did this. Hey, let's hope for electro damage bonus or a crit rate. Please, Mihoyo gods, give me a crit rate Thundering Fury. Ooh! Omen of the Omen of the Thunderstorm, is that? Fuck! It's okay, we can manage.
Stabilize.
Submit.
I will have order.
waste my time. It's nothing.
I want to know what energy recharge I have on Zhao, because his
Gather.
energy refills a lot.
Go as planned. Your life is mine.
Stabilize.
Barbados, guide us.
I don't know why I don't use Zhongli to kill the slimes, because I have him with an R5 Black Tassel, so that does extra damage towards slimes.
Order guide you.
Give up. It's nothing.
Gather. Evil conquering. Tear. Worthless. Tear. Tear. Worthless. Tear. Stabilize.
I swear by my sword. Go as planned. Don't waste my time. Submit.
Thundering Fury. Please give me Thundering Fury, that's actually good. Ooh, it's a feather. Okay, if this rolls good, I'm keeping it. So let's, first of all, continue the challenge and then start to roll it. If it gives me crit rate or energy recharge, then I'm keeping it. So let us pray together. You... This, slap this on her. Come on. Oh wait, it already has crit rate. Crit damage or, energy recharge. Crit... Ugh. Wait, what are you? Oh, you're the HP goblet. Crit rate or energy recharge. Crit rate or energy recharge. It had a defense roll. It's okay. It's okay, I can work with it. As long as it rolls more into attack and crit rate, I'll be fine. It's a good start.
Solidify. I will have order.
It's nothing.
Zhongli's not even built for attack, but I'm about to build him for attack just for this.
Wind, hear me.
Lament. Tear.
Lunge attack.
Worthless. Worthless. Stabilize.
Don't waste my time.
This is order. Solidify.
Barbados, guide us.
Use this to heal Zhao a bit.
Gather.
Give up. Your life is mine. Go as one.
Gather.
It's nothing.
Order guide you.
Useless.
Disappear. Here. Here.
Oh, excuse me. Hmm. Trash. This is really the pain of having to roll for artifacts. Now I know this pain because many people have described it to me.
Stabilize.
Submit. Give up. Go as one. Wind, hear me.
Stabilize.
Useless.
Don't run now.
Go as one.
I will have order.
Take immediate to the face. Take my balls.
Boring. Don't waste my time.
They were made with extra love.
Gather. Lament. Worthless. Worthless. Here. Here. Here.
Useless. Boring. It's nothing.
Solidify. This is order.
Take my balls again.
Submit.
They take my rocks. Take my stabby thing. Take another stabby thing.
Barbados, guide us. Don't waste my time.
Take my curtains, my bed sheets, whatever these things are.
Gather.
It's nothing. Your life is mine.
Yes. Okay. Let's see what we'll roll for. Please be good, please be good, please be good, please be good, please be good. Ooh, sand. Defense sounds. Trash again. I'm gonna just use these 5-star artifacts at the... not the crafting table, but the alchemy table. Well, same thing. In hopes for a decent... claim that.
Gather.
Give up.
Order guide you.
Go as one.
Evil conquering. Worthless. Here. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Come on. At least one.
Solidify.
Don't waste my time. Submit. I swear by my sword. Give up.
Stabilize. This is order.
Take my balls again.
Boring. Don't waste my time. Give up. Your life is mine.
I saw that most of those went to the slime, and I questioned why.
Solidify.
Barbados, guide us. Submit.
I will have order.
Boom.
Go as planned.
Maybe I should bring a Pyro
Nothing.
and make it a whole lot easier.
Go as planned. Give up. It's nothing. I swear by my sword. Go as planned.
Electro Goblet. Ooh, it's a crown. Fucking Elemental Mastery. Got 2 more tries. After this, I'm just gonna give up on Thundering Fury for the day and start rolling for Gladiator.
Solidify.
Give up. Your life is mine. Go as planned.
Order guide you.
Balls! Pillar!
Don't waste my time. It's nothing. Submit.
Lament. Tear. Worthless. Worthless.
This is why I also need to build my supports, because I'm not doing enough damage for
Barbados,
my level.
guide us.
Stabilize.
Honestly, I need to work on both crit rate and crit damage on everyone.
Gather.
Your life is mine. It's nothing. Go as planned.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Give up. Submit.
Well, my Ningguang does enough damage. She does, like, on a good day, about 4,000 to 5,000 damage with her burst per rock. And I think her skill gives her, like, 4 extra rocks when she uses it. Healing bonus crown. Well, final chance at the domain, then we're doing someone's story quest. Probably Yoimiya, since I need to do hers in order to finish the Archon quest. You know what? Yeah.
Gather.
Gonna go ahead and do Yoimiya's, and then if I still have time, or if I'm still up for it, we'll do Albedo's.
Hear me.
Boring. Evil conquering. Worthless. Tear. Worthless. Prepare to die, fool. Tear. Gather! This is order.
Give up. Your life is mine. Don't.
Stabilize.
Go and fly. I swear by my sword.
Solidify.
Give up. Fire. It's nothing.
Order guide you. For it.
Go and fly. Don't waste my time.
Useless.
Okay, final try. Let's hope I get something good. Hoping for that electro damage goblet. What was it, electro sounds? No, it's Accent's electro goblet. Got a goblet, and his defense again. Well, tough titties. Really tough titties. That was painful to watch. Oop. Hold on a moment.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Alright, I'm back. So, let's head over to... over here. And give away these terrible 5-star artifacts. Oops!
Apologies. If I could sketch you as
I didn't mean to talk to you. I'm so sorry, Sucrose. I'll find out beta for you, don't worry. In due time. So, let's... I don't even need this. Well... It has crit damage in the sum, keep it. Actually, no. Finally, I could easily find another plume. Let's hope for something good from Gladiator. 2 crowns. One is defense, and the other is... What is with this game and giving me defense and healing bonus? Yeah. It's unfair. All I want to do is build Yai Miko, and y'all give me this. You know what? I'm gonna just put both of those into... Cause fuck it. I don't care if it's high level or high ranking. I'm hoping for those attack and crit rate rolls. Come on, crit rate. Keeps rolling into defense. Oh wow, I'm just a tiny bit short. Hello. Let's go ahead and do Yomiya's quest. I started some of these. Gonna lock this for when I do want to start it. Like, who did I start? I started Barbara and Chongyoung. Need to finish them. But, where is it? What's the prerequisite? Saris... Arudis? There's... Here we go. Let's just go ahead and do this. My friend sent me a video, so I'm going to kind of mute my mic to see what happened. Because these have been the friends that have stuck with me since the beginning.
We're looking for the great Muchina yokai! Do you know where it lives?
Great Muchina yokai? What's that?
Huh? You've never heard of it? It's a sneaky monster that goes around playing tricks on people. It's got magic powers and can even shapeshift into anything it wants. One time, the great Mujina yokai stole some rice from our house. And this other time, it pushed my dad into the river.
Sounds like a very naughty little monster.
Because we finally found out how to chase it away. My dad said that the great Mujina yokai likes to play tricks on people who stay out all the time and don't come home when they're supposed to. So all we need to do is chase it away. Then we can come out and play whenever we want.
This monster sounds scary, though. Aren't you guys afraid? Surely your parents must be worried about you.
Oh, not really. I told my dad that I was gonna find the great Mujina yokai with some friends, and he didn't even say anything. So we think it must be weak right now. It's probably hiding away so it can rest. Yeah, so as long as we get home before it gets its strength back, we'll be safe.
Something sounds very strange about all this, but Paimon can't say exactly what it is. Yeah, Paimon feels like the great Mujina yokai is one of those storybook monsters that doesn't exist in the real world. We should tell them so they don't waste all their time looking for it. Oh, children, listen up. There's no need to go looking for the great Mujina yokai, all right? Because it isn't real.
Huh? No way. That's impossible. My dad wouldn't lie to me.
Your folks are just worried about you is all. They don't want you wandering too far from home because it's too dangerous.
That's not true. The great Mujina yokai is definitely real. Yeah! Yoimiya's even making some weapons for us. And then she's gonna show us how to blow it up.
Yoimiya, huh? Wait, as in fireworks prison break, Yoimiya?
We told her all about the great Mujina yokai. She said we shouldn't be scared of it. We should learn how to chase it away instead.
Okay, I'm back.
We've been waiting for ages now. And finally, Yoimiya said that today's the day.
Today's the day? What's the day?
Yoimiya plays with us and tells us stories all the time. She wouldn't tell a lie.
But...
Come on, let's get out of here and go find Yoimiya.
Wait, hold on, don't go! They didn't seem to take that very well. But Paimon was only trying to look out for them. Who knows what Yoimiya's got to do with this? Let's follow the kids and see what's going on.
So we're following children. Yes, let's go follow the kids. Come here, children. Where did you go? Oh, they went this way. Come here, little children. Grandpa Zhongli has bedtime stories for you. Yoimiya, what are you doing with my kids?
Cheer up, guys. Don't be so down. He was only joking back there. How could the great Mujina yokai not exist, huh?
Wait a minute.
But we've
Who's pinging me in
never seen
Discord?
it for ourselves. That's because the great Mujina yokai is extra powerful. And that's exactly why I need your help, isn't it? It's okay. Don't be discouraged. Hey, remember, if you want to be a hero, you gotta have patience. And wisdom, too. Even if you can't find it right now, it'll definitely show up before the fireworks show starts. So, remember to come and pick up your weapons from me before then, okay? No matter how powerful
Wait.
the great Mujina
Hold
yokai
on.
might be,
Did she just say
don't mention my
weapons?
specially made fireworks. Just light them up and you'll scare it off no problem.
Did I hear that
It's up to
correctly?
you guys to protect your homes, your crops, and your folks.
Got it. Thanks, Miss Yoimiya. We'll try and be more patient.
Oh, yeah, hold up a sec. I have a few slips of paper for you guys, one each. Remember to give it to your parents and tell them to keep it safe. Just tell them it's from Yoimiya. They'll know what it's about.
Okay. Thank you, Yoimiya. We're gonna go back now.
Oh, thanks, Yoimiya.
I could have swore I heard her say weapons, so I'm very concerned.
Will do. Take care on the way back, and I'll see you later.
But hey, they gotta learn at a young age anyways. We meet again, because it's not been a while. It's been like, what, a week at most?
No worries, though. I'm not
Less than a week?
you. The great Mujina yokai is pretty popular with the kids, so of course they're gonna get upset if someone tries to tell them it doesn't exist.
Okay, but it definitely doesn't exist, right?
Yeah, the first time I heard about it, I knew straight away that was probably something the parents had come up with to stop the kids from running off all the time. But when the kids asked me about it, I didn't want to break it to them. I just told them that it looks cute and likes to play pranks and doesn't hurt people. So, I guess now the kids' impression of the great Mujina yokai is mostly influenced by me.
Huh. So in a way, this monster is all a product of your creativity?
Surely it's a bad idea to keep the lie going like that.
Maybe so. In any case, I'm not gonna be the one who exposes it. Sure, it's likely that the parents just wanted to stop the kids from staying out all the time, but they could have easily had other reasons too. If I just go ahead and tell them that the great Mujina yokai doesn't exist without knowing the full story, then who knows? I might be doing more harm than good. Besides, they're just kids. They should be allowed to believe it if it makes them happy. That's more important to them than questioning what's real and what isn't. Heck, I entertain my fair share of fantasies too. The fire diamond that spins around and shoots out lights that are all the colors of the rainbow. Ooh, the mist spirits that live far off in the mountains and guide you to fairyland if you can find them. I know that they don't really exist, but I still enjoy believing in them. If someone came up to me and started telling me to stop being so stupid, they don't exist, I'd give them the evil eyes and tell them to get the heck out of my face because it's just so annoying.
Okay, why is this a prerequisite? Honest question here, because I'm very curious. I kind of get what you're saying.
Right? So what if it's made up? It's also really awesome and kind of magical. So it's not up to anyone else to tell me what's what. The things we believed and the experiences we had when we were young turn into our priceless treasures as we grow up. When you were kids, surely you guys believed in things like heroes who slew dragons and sacred swords that cut through darkness. It's the same thing.
Is it?
If we tear apart these kids' fairy tales now, what else do we have to tell them? that Inazuma's locked down, all the grim tales of the Vision Hunt decree. I think it's a bit too early for all of that.
Yeah! Oh, way too early, for sure.
You didn't follow that at all, did you, Paimon?
Whether you understood me or not, don't you worry. I'll take care of the kids and make sure they stay safe. Okay, it's about time I headed back. The Naganohara fireworks show is just around the corner, and there's still a lot of things to get ready.
Naganohara fireworks show? Is that hosted by your family or something?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why our name is on the event. It's well known throughout Inazuma. Oh, on the subject, are you busy these days? If not, then you should totally come along. I'll prepare an extra pretty firework just for you.
I'll gladly take you up on that offer.
In that
And yes, I've been
case,
busy.
come with me to
Constantly busy.
Naganohara. We'll go see my pops. There's still a few fireworks to finish off before the show. Inazuma is home.
Hold on, text someone. Oh, that's out of the way. Alright, where am I going now?
A load of them have bad endings, though. Like, the fire diamond will get put in a rich person's gallery where it will never be ignited again. Or, someone will see the mist spirit and not manage to catch it, but because they angered it, it'll never show itself again. The hero who slays the dragon becomes the next dragon. The sacred sword that once fought the darkness now becomes a doomsday weapon. I know these kinds of stories are all the rage nowadays, but I really can't bring myself to like them. If something's magical, it should be kept that way.
I wonder what those things were. Also, I could try and get Yaimiko to... if it load... to level 70, but I'm missing one fin. These things are easy to farm, though. In fact, I could grab some right now. There. I just need the fins. So if any of you are world rank 6 or 5, please let me know. Because I'm desperate to try and build her, and I'm not even in Economia yet.
Hey, Pops, I'm back.
Yes, Pops, we're back.
The show is almost upon us, and the fireworks for each family are almost ready. Oh, new faces? Who are these two? Friends or customers?
A bit of both, actually. They arrived in Inazuma just recently. Can't let them miss out on a fireworks show after coming all this way, can we?
Well, either way, come on in and have a seat. And I, Naganohara Ryunosuke, will tell you all about the long history of the Naganoharas.
That's a mouthful of a name.
Wait, Pops, I need to ask you about something.
A long, long time ago.
Pops has started telling his stories again. Sorry about this, ever since Pops had his accident, his ears don't work too well.
Really? But for a moment there, it almost seemed like you were having a coherent conversation.
Much, much later, people eventually realized that if you grind certain materials into dust, they burn with many beautiful colors.
Pops, wait!
Huh? What's that?
Did they deliver those firework materials that we ordered yet?
Oh! Yesterday's fireworks have all been delivered. So have the ones from the day before yesterday. And the ones from the day before that.
No, Pops, I meant the materials. The materials that we ordered. They should have arrived today.
Ah, today's fireworks are almost ready too. Don't you worry. Your old man's skills are still as sharp as ever.
No, Pops! The materials! The raw materials for making fireworks!
Sorry?
Materials!
Oh, she was right.
Oh, the materials.
His ears really don't work.
Yes, yes, the materials! Sorry, Paimon got all excited because you finally got the message across.
The materials aren't here yet. The couriers did come over to explain why, but, well, I think they did, but I couldn't quite hear what they were saying.
No worries. As long as we know, that's fine. We can just make them later. Don't forget to take the goods in when they deliver them, okay, Pops?
Of course. Leave it to me.
Oh, sorry if we were a little loud. It's always the way, though. It's like that every time I need to ask Pop something.
Still, he seems like a warm and friendly person.
That's my Pops. He's a good person, all right. Everyone around here respects him. Because my Pops is deaf, he never argues with anyone and never contradicts them. He just listens cheerfully. When I was little, I thought it was because he really understood me and agreed with whatever I had to say. So, I told my Pops everything. Eventually, I realized that the reason he was like that was that he's deaf. But I still tell him stories every day.
Huh? Why would you do that?
Aww.
It just makes me happy to see him smile, and it keeps him from being lonely, right? Anyway, more importantly right now, the fireworks show is right around the corner and the materials still haven't arrived. We need to think of an alternative.
Yoimiya? Is that you?
Who's there?
Oh, you scared me there! I thought I told you to be more careful before you speak.
Sorry.
Hold on, I'm coming over.
Do I really have... Why is this a part of the quest? Like, literally go towards the back. This is the kind of stuff that pains me with tension. Oh well. Just
No one's
sip
looking.
my tea.
Okay, you can come out now. Come around the side. We're lucky that no one from the Tenryo Commission was around. Otherwise, we'd all be in big trouble.
Sorry, I guess I was a little rash, but when I heard you come back, I just...
Don't worry, Sakujiro. So far, at least, everything is going according to plan. We're going to look for firework materials shortly. While we're out, we'll sort out the boat situation for you, as promised.
Thank you for all your help.
Who's this?
He's one of our old customers. He came back to Inazuma from the outside world not long ago. While he was smuggling himself in, the Tenryo Commission found him and put out a warrant for his arrest.
An arrest warrant?
Oh wow,
Shh,
Inazuma's
down.
rough.
We don't want to draw any unwanted attention. If Sakujiro was caught, there's no knowing what crimes they could charge him with. All we can do is find him a boat and send him out of Inazuma again.
But isn't there a thunderstorm out in the ocean?
Yeah, we know it's going to be dangerous, but there aren't many other options left.
What if the boat capsizes? Drowning is really scary. If things are this bad, couldn't you have just not come back in the first place?
Well, there's something I felt I had to do. But as soon as I got back, I started hearing about all these unbelievable changes. I had made my mind up originally, but now I'm not sure anymore. I didn't want to cause any trouble for Yoimiya or Mr. Ryunosuke, but I'm very grateful to them for taking me in.
Hey, no worries. You're more than welcome. Remember what I said? As long as you've got that little piece of paper, you'll always be a valued customer of the Naganoharas.
Little piece of paper?
I remember something about that.
Yep, the same paper slips as the one I gave to the kids earlier. Whenever a customer orders fireworks for a commemorative event, we always include a little paper slip with the goods. Only people from inside my family can understand what's written on it. It's the recipe for the fireworks they ordered. If someone shows a Naganohara that paper slip, we guarantee we can make the exact same firework as the original one they purchased, whether it's 10 or even 100 years later.
Wow, that is so awesome.
It's a family tradition. All our regular customers know about this.
The slip I have is from back when my parents ordered fireworks from Mr. Ryunosuke. Now that I think about it, it must be nearly 20 years ago. I would have thought that things would turn out the way they have.
It'll be fine. Escaping in a boat is just a last resort for if there's no other way. I'll still try and come up with a different solution, because it'd be much better if you could stay in Inazuma. Whatever their reasons might be, if our customers come to us looking for help, we're not about to leave them high and dry.
Thank you. This way, I still have some time to consider my options.
All right, well, let's not stay out here in the open for too long. Hurry up and get back inside. I'll let you know as soon as I have an update for you.
All right, I'll leave it to you then, I guess.
It's a shame. They still wouldn't give him a permit, even though he was born and raised
Thanks
in
for the look,
Inazuma.
Mickey.
Speaking of, you guys only got here recently. How did you manage to get a permit?
We went through a long bureaucratic process with Onrito.
And we only got through thanks to some help from Miss Hiragi Chisato of the Kanjo Commission.
I see. So you had big shots helping you. I guess that won't be of much help to Sakujiro. I just wish the commissions could be a little bit more flexible. I
They
bet
won't.
nowhere else you've been is quite like Inazuma, huh?
Inazuma is ass.
Well, no matter what, I have to find a way to help him.
If I had a no cursing redeem, I would definitely lose it.
But now, I have to run a few errands. You don't have to join me if you don't want to. I can go sort out the firework materials in the boat by myself. And then you can come meet me back at the house later.
Also, I've noticed quite a few people have followed me. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, cool. Then let's
Aw,
start with
you guys
some
love me,
right
admit it.
away. Oh yeah. If it's fine with you, can I ask how you two first met?
He saved me from drowning the...
Nothing. I'm just quite envious of your relationship. If my pops had a person like you around, his being deaf wouldn't hold things up all the time. Why do you look so excited?
Because you said person and not floating child or mascot.
I've noticed something. Up there at the shrine, you'll see that purple stuff, but as you get closer to it, it's not there, which is weird. Back. Wrong thing. I need the bag. How many? I have 16. Not enough. Ooh, but I have 3 Geoculi, so let me go give those over to the statue center right quick. Whoops. Accidentally scrolled too far and went into OBS. You. Gotta heal me. Still missing 20 to finish it off and get that last stone of remembrance. But, yes, I lost the 50-50 to Chi-Chi, killed her off in the beginning of the stream, and now she is no longer in my party, just there to rot forever, in the limbo of death, where she deserves.
Koichi, I'm here! How is the boat coming along?
Yeah, it's, all right, I guess. I was questioned, though.
Question?
Wait, should we really be talking about this in front of them?
Oh, don't worry, they're my friends. You can
Tell me
trust them.
everything.
They came with me to check up on the boat.
Yeah, you could say we're all in the same boat here.
I'm killing Paimon. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to doubt you. I'm just being cautious. The boat is ready, but I'll have to be discreet moving it here.
Huh? Why is that?
Because of the Sokoku decree, the Tenryo Commission is really suspicious of any kind of seaborne vessel. Even the smallest ones, they'll stop and interrogate us, demanding to know what we plan on doing with it. It's a real nuisance.
I understand. I'm sorry for dragging you into this mess.
Don't be silly. I'm actually happy you came to me for help. I've always come to you for fireworks, and again this time. So just consider this my way of saying thank you.
Thank you? No,
I'll
thank
go
you.
fetch the boat now. I should be back shortly.
Thank you. Oh, if it's on the way, you can always pick up your fireworks from my house. Everything was made in strict accordance with what was on the paper slip. You won't find the slightest thing wrong with them.
All right then. The fireworks show will be starting soon, won't it? You should make sure your new friends get to see it. It's an Inazuma tradition after all.
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, you know what? You should tell them about your past. About the first time you ordered fireworks for my family.
That's a long story, actually. Where do I start? Oh.
Start wherever's
Maybe
necessary.
I'll come back to that after moving the boat here.
Oh, right, yeah. Got caught up in the conversation there.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it for now and meet you back here later.
Lucky you reminded me. Otherwise, I would have ended up chatting the rest of the day away. Ugh, I've been so busy with the fireworks business these past few days.
Ooh.
I haven't had a moment to stop and chat with anyone. Ugh, it's killing me. Of course,
That tea gave me the
Mom's happy
hiccups.
to listen to me chatter away, but because he can hardly hear anything, it's difficult to get an interesting reaction from him. And I'm doing it again, aren't I? Ugh. What I meant to say was, while Koichi is bringing the boat here, we should try to find some firework materials. I need to make fireworks not just for you guys, but for those kids and Sakajiro as well. We're missing a lot of materials.
And this girl is a 5-star? All she does is make fireworks. If it's not too much trouble, don't worry about
It'll be
us.
fine. It's actually like this every year. There's always a bunch of extra orders to slot in here and there. When people want fireworks, it's always because they have something to commemorate. And if they miss the chance, they might never get another one. So, no matter how busy I am, I'm always happy to take their orders.
So, what you're trying to say is that you enjoy the work?
Oh, I do! I really do! Being born into a family of fireworks makers, I feel like since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with watching things go boom! And then seeing all the lights and colors and... What I really wanted to say was, don't worry about me. It'll all be fine.
Also, that's what you meant.
Sorry. It's just that good conversation can be as fleeting as fireworks sometimes, you know? So, when I'm in the mood and I've got a lot to say, I just have to get all out there in one go and leave no regrets. Let's head to the city. I think I'll try my luck with some people that I know.
Question. Doesn't it hurt your voice talking all the time?
Paimon, you talk more than I do.
Comfortable, I guess. But what else would I be using my voice for?
Oh.
Huh. You kinda have a point.
Gonna grab some berries. Was that a wolf?
Ah, here we are.
This is the guy. Give me fireworks.
Hello, Moriko. How's business these days?
Terrible, terrible. Give me fireworks.
There you are. I thought you might show up. Ha, no need to beat around the bush. You're here for the fireworks materials, I assume. I put a batch aside just for you. It'll definitely be enough.
Huh? Really? How did you know?
Because a fireworks show is coming up. And that usually means you'll be running all over the place trying to get your hands on some last-minute materials. I've come to expect it now. There's always a few extras unaccounted for, eh?
Oh, I'm so sorry for bothering you every time.
Ah, come on now. You know I didn't mean it like that. I'd sooner have my business go under than turn down one of your requests. What about you two? Are you the ones needing some fireworks made?
Ah, yes, thank you ever so much.
It's no trouble at all, my friend.
See, now give me a shit.
Once when I had an argument with my son, Yoimiya was the one who came and calmed him down. I'm hopeless at communicating with him. If it wasn't for Yoimiya, who knows, he probably would have run away by now.
Nah, he was never gonna come to that. He's a sensitive kid and he cares a lot about your feelings. It's just, he doesn't know how to express it. Maybe if you turn that frown upside down once in a while, he might feel more at ease.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably too serious around him.
What the fuck is that?
Which is strange, because I don't think I'm anything like that when I'm talking with other people.
Don't worry about it. No one's perfect. If you have any more trouble in the future, just come to me. Even if it's not fireworks related, I'll happily oblige. Customers come first. Always.
All right then. Everyone's always saying what a good kid you are. Your father must be very proud of you. Go ahead and take the ore, by the way. It's on the house.
Oh, no you don't! That's out of the question!
Don't worry. Just take it as a token of my gratitude.
Gratitude won't pay your bills, though. Don't do this to me. Can't we just play by normal business rules here?
I already said it's fine.
He said it's fine.
Just take it.
Just take it.
Surely you've got a load of other things you need to get done today.
Take it, Yoimiya. Take it.
Well, how about
Free
this then?
stuff.
I'll record this in my notebook, and we can consider it a down payment against any fireworks you want to purchase in the future.
There's no convincing you, is there? All right then, if you insist. Pass on my regards to your dad. Tell him Morihiko wishes him health and happiness.
Will do. You look after yourself as well. Don't push yourself too hard. You don't want to make yourself ill again.
Everyone seems to really like you, Yoimiya.
Seems like you make it. I didn't have time to read that. I just clicked
In
it.
fact, some people think I'll literally do any favor they ask me to. When that happens, I say to them, hey, this is a fireworks store. We do fireworks. But they don't always listen, so it can't be helped. But also, it's not really a big deal. Anyway, we've got all the materials we need now, so that solves that problem. Next, we just need to go find someone to process them.
Well, time to find someone to process them. Go to Aminoma Smitty. Fact. Let's go over to the Nakamura Shrine. I'm curious to see how many thingies I'm gonna need. I wonder how you get them too. Because what level am I at? 4th? No, I'm not at 4. I'm at like 5 or 6. Oh, I'm at 7. Electro Grand level 3. What's the max? 15. I can get a crown if I. Oh wait, I already got a crown. I get it. Right. What's my 760? Because if I had enough, I actually go into someone else's world and ask them if they could take me to Encademia. Because I tried fighting those things by myself, it did not work out. Let's see. There we go. I need to build my characters all over again, because...
Mr. Aminoma, it's me!
Ah, Yoimiya. If I'm not mistaken, you must be here for some firework materials.
Seems like everyone knows how busy Yoimiya gets leading up to the fireworks show.
I'm very sorry. Would you be able to wait for a while? I have quite a backlog of weapons orders right now.
No worry. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, that could be a problem. Some worries. How about this? Do you need a hand? As long as we can get through your orders, you can help me process my ore, right?
That will depend on my master.
Oh, you don't mind, do you, Mr. Aminoma? As you know, it's not long now until the Naganohara fireworks show starts. There's still a lot of fireworks left to make, if I don't finish them on time.
Talkative as ever, I see, dear child. The essence of Amenoma art is patience and focus. When the mind is disturbed, it will show in the blade that is forged. If you badger Hajime like this, you will only succeed in disrupting his concentration.
But this is a special circumstance, surely. The Naganohara fireworks show is right around the corner.
So give me your ore, and I will process it for you.
Huh? Master, you mean you'll do the work personally?
Is that so surprising?
And he's just hitting the
It is,
thing
after all,
the
the
third
only
time.
option.
Thank you for helping out, Mr. Aminoma.
You're quite welcome. The Naganohara fireworks show is an important event. This I know well. In addition to this, I am indebted to Ryunosuke for all the business he has given me. But Yoimiya, you should plan things more carefully in the future. Do not rush everything at the last minute.
I'll try my best. In the future, I'll get some extra materials in to cover any unexpected changes of plan late in the day.
Though for you, dear child, no matter how much you prepare in advance, it may never be enough. Excuse me. I will be back shortly.
Wow, Mr. Aminoma! Just look at the shape and size of these grains! It's beautiful! I'm at a loss for words. It's been a while since I've seen you take up your tools, but it looks like your craft hasn't degraded one bit.
Of course. I have studied these techniques my whole life. They are impossible for me to forget.
I mean, the elderly always know how to get it done right.
And Naganohara fireworks been working together for a long time already?
Back in the day,
Ooh, had to
it
fix
was
my posture.
master and Ryunosuke's father. The people may have changed from one generation to another, but the ingredients required to make fireworks have remained the same. Hajime, in the future, this will be up to you.
I know.
All right, I won't bother you guys any longer. Oh, remember to come and watch the fireworks. Okay, time to head off. Koichi probably isn't back just yet, but let's go wait for him.
You know, I could honestly go for some more tea right now, but I'm really not in the mood to sit there and watch it brew and then cool. Too much work going on at once. And it's this mint tea that I really like. Oh! Keeban, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Glacial Realm. I hope you brought a jacket, because it's very chill in here. But how are you?
Just as I thought, he isn't back yet. But not to worry, because actually, I've been hoping for a chance to have a nice long chat with you all day. Sorry for dragging you with me everywhere. Everyone's been so
You thought you were following me already?
It's all going really smoothly.
I mean, it's okay.
Feels like Paimon
I mean, follow me isn't really mandatory.
trip.
You seem to get along well with everyone.
I felt like I was neglecting you guys, so I wanted to find an opportunity to catch up. When we first met, I was in a hurry. We didn't have a chance to
But,
sit down and have a proper
yeah,
chat.
I'm over here doing story quests to
So, where else did you go before coming to Inazuma?
Mondstadt, the City of Freedom.
Sounds great! I heard they pretty much have no rules over there, right? So people are free to live their life.
But to get through the Archon quest, I gotta do this quest first.
My pops actually received a gift from one of his old customers over there. It was from the winery or
Finish the drawing, but you look hate. Why do you hate it?
Their dandelion wine is super famous.
Ooh, dandelion wine.
one. I remember when he drank it. I've never seen him enjoy a bottle of wine so much in his life. He was telling me all night about how good it tasted. My friend once said to me that only people with a strong will and a clear purpose decide to go traveling. Maybe it's to see a certain view or to fulfill a certain wish.
See, now I could go for some
What made
wine.
you guys embark on your treacherous journey to Inazuma?
Tracking down an enemy god.
Find a lost family member too.
You were separated.
It just
from
looks
your
kind of
family
funny.
because of a god?
Funny how.
That must be really tough.
I'm slowly learning to cope with it.
But, well, if that's how it is, then that's how it is. You know, I was going to ask if you guys wanted to stay here in Inazuma. Unlike the outside world, what Inazuma seeks is eternity. In other words, a state of tranquility where very little ever changes. The advantage of that is that if you're ever tired from your journey, Inazuma's a great place to come and rest. Let me put it this way. I was just worried that you might be
It
getting
can't be
weary.
that bad, Kibu.
If you keep pressing on in that state, you might start to lose sight of the things that made you want to start your journey in the first place.
Sometimes. That's also just how it is.
When you're exhausted, everything becomes an uphill struggle. Even trying to have fun. You won't be able to enjoy yourself if you're too tired. An adventurer friend of mine once told me that if you're too focused on reaching the end of the race, you'll miss a lot of opportunities and precious moments to be had along the way.
I'll bear that in mind.
Don't worry though, I'm sure I can think of some way
The
to get you
proportions look
feeling
kind of
relaxed
weird. I
and
think I
happy.
don't know. I'll probably try and fix it
And
tomorrow.
you're here now, so even if you're gonna leave
But remember to
eventually,
take your
I
time.
wanna make sure you at least
Art
relive
is
fond memories.
not a fast process at all.
Who knows?
It will take
Once
time
you're
in some sort of way.
reunited with your family, maybe you'll find Inazuma the right kind of place to call home.
I'll add that to my list of candidates.
I already have an idea of the color and type of fireworks I want to give you guys. I'll keep it a secret for now, though.
Yoimiya, I'm back. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head over to the boat. Or, did you want to keep chatting a little longer?
We just finished as it happens.
Okay, good. Let's go then. Just act naturally, though. We don't want to raise any suspicion.
If it can withstand the storms out on the ocean, it must be super sturdy, right?
Absolutely. Rest assured that the quality is guaranteed.
Yes, good quality. Wait, where else am I going? Oh, I'm going this way. Whee!
That's way too small.
Makes me think of Atsuko.
Can't be helped, I'm afraid. This is the biggest and sturdiest boat that I can provide. It's built from the finest Inazuman timber. Still, I'll be the first to admit that if he's planning to ride this into the storm, it's going to be exceedingly dangerous.
I'm also hoping Sakajiro won't have to use it. It's just there as a last resort. I gotta say though, Koichi, it feels like your craft has improved once again.
I'm not the one you should be praising. It's all thanks to the guys who kindly pitched in. To avoid detection, we each worked on our own materials separately, then assembled them secretly in the night. This is the largest we could afford to build. Any bigger and there's no way it would pass the Tenryou Commission's inspection.
Let's store the boat here for now then. I'll fill Sakajiro in when I get back. He'll need to make some preparations before setting sail.
Uh-oh. Paimon feels really worried all of a sudden.
My mind is always worried.
Doesn't helping Sakajiro make you a
Yeah, I've been looking at it all day off and on, so maybe I'll just have a look at it again tomorrow and
I knew what I was getting into from the moment I agreed to help him.
But yeah, it's best to rest your mind. Stop worrying so much about it for the night.
And whenever there's
Just sit back, relax, have some tea, watch me suffer. All are enjoyable options that'll take your mind off of it.
They won't look to cause trouble for me either. And anyway, to your point about collaboration, you've been helping out too, right?
That's true. This was all a collaborative effort. Wait. Oh
We have to be the bad guys in Inazuma as well.
You're seasoned crooks already, eh? Don't know what I was worried about then. Anyway, thanks for everything.
Seasoned crooks. I don't know how to feel about this.
And your fireworks are ready, so just go pick them up from my house whenever you want. While you're there, you can get my pops to settle the boat construction fees.
Oh, don't worry about paying anything. Third Sis would be sure to scold me if she found out I'd taken Mora from the Naganoharas.
Who's Third Sis?
Oh, let me explain this one. It's a story my pops told me. There used to be a thriving merchants guild in Inazuma. It got really prosperous. At one point, there were a dozen or so kids born around the same time to the families of the guild. They all grew up together, each of them learning their respective family's business. They were a tightly knit group of friends, but eventually, they all grew up and decided they each wanted to go into business themselves. It was inevitable that business would send them all to different corners of the world, and that they'd have far less opportunity to see each other in the future.
That's right. Just before we went our separate ways, the eldest of the group suggested that we should all go watch some fireworks together one last time.
They were all very ambitious.
You know what?
And each had their own knack for
I'm gonna brew me some more tea. Just gonna mute my mic right quick.
Until Koichi was the only one of them remaining in Inazuma. After that, he hardly saw them. But whenever one of them did come back to visit, fireworks would always be involved.
Yeah, no matter how close you and your friends are, there's always gonna be some distance after being separated for a long time. But as soon as the fireworks lit up the sky, it'd instantly take us right back to our childhood, and we'd be chatting away like in the old days. To us, those memories are eternal.
Oh, so this is what you meant when you were talking about commemorating things.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's why I can't let people down when they're counting on me for their fireworks. Anyway, I need to go update Sakajiro. See you, Koichi. Thanks again for your help.
Yeah, I should get out of here too. I don't want to get caught red-handed.
Okay, story time. So, whenever Koichi brings one of his friends from the trade association to see me, they always mention how they used to play with me when I was a kid or held me once as a baby or something. But there are so many of them in that friendship group, and I don't remember anything from
Yes,
that
tea
age.
is really good.
So I never have a clue who they are.
I always get this strange tea addiction around the springtime. That's normally when I drink throughout my tea reserves. Right now the water is busy boiling, so it's going to take a few minutes for...
So I'm like, yes, I do. You held me once when I was just a baby. Koichi just bursts out laughing and says, actually, this is one of his carpenter friends. Turns out he's a lot younger than he looks. Just a few years older than me. I went bright red and must have apologized like a million times. It was so embarrassing.
But, yeah, every spring I suddenly have a tea kick. Every fall or winter, it's a hot chocolate kick and an iced coffee kick.
I recommend that you pack some food and water. You can never be too prepared.
After how much effort it took to get back in, it's hard to convince myself to leave again. Especially when I'll be going up against the stormy ocean on a tiny little boat. My prospects don't look great.
Well, they won't look much better if you get caught by the Tenryo Commission. I'm afraid that sooner or later they are going to find you here. Time is starting to run out.
I'm sorry. I'll make sure to get out of here before they come.
Fruity
I
people
promise
love their
I
iced
won't cause
coffee.
you and your
That
family
is
any more
true.
trouble.
I didn't mean it like that.
Oh,
If we ever ran
water's
into
starting
any
to
problems,
boil.
I'm sure I'd figure something out. But if the Tenryo Commission does catch up to you, then make a run for the boat.
Okay, I won't let them catch me. But... no, I guess this whole trip was a waste in the end.
Why did you want to come back to Inazuma anyway? Is there something you wanted to do?
I didn't used to like this place at all. That's why I left. But looking back on things now, I was really just running away from my responsibilities. Once I started to realize that, I got restless. I couldn't stop thinking about the people and the things I'd left behind. So forget it. What does it matter now? It's too late anyway. I originally wanted to make up for all my regrets, but instead, I found myself in the situation I'm in now.
What a pity.
Talk to us about it. Maybe we could...
If only there was no Sakoku decree, huh? Anyway, don't worry. We're not going to bother you about it. We'll keep trying to buy you as much time as possible until you reach your final decision. The Tenryo Commission. If only they weren't so overzealous, there might be a way. Oh, that's right! That elderly couple, old customers of ours, their son's in the Tenryo Commission, isn't he? Yeah, quite high up as well. That's it. I'll go talk to them. Maybe they can do something.
Are you sure they won't just report me instead?
Oh, don't worry about that. They're really nice people. I know them well. They won't cause us any issues.
I have acquired the tea.
You should get back indoors, Sakujiro. We'll be back in no time at all. Okay, let's go. Time waits for no one. Wait, hang on. What about the fireworks? All those materials? There's so many orders to finish. Pops? Pops? No, never mind. I know. I'll write him a note telling him to sort out the fireworks.
Why did you cut Paimon off earlier?
Because what he needs isn't an answer, just time.
Boats are made for transfer.
I have some Arizona tea in the fridge, but I'm too comfy to get up.
Come across Liyue tend to stay a while.
Arizona tea is
So it is when
okay.
things come to settle.
It wouldn't be my first choice. A tea I do really like is mint tea. It's odd, I have weird tastes. But I do want to try something called butterfly pea tea. It's the bluish tea, but I heard it's very expensive to get your hands on. Oh, who are these two?
Well, if it isn't Yoimiya, come on in, dear.
You heard of that?
Come and
Okay, I
take
thought
a
I was...
seat.
As long as I'm not the only
Are
one.
these two your friends?
Yes, they're travelers from afar. Outsiders have a very difficult time getting...
I know, I heard it was really good.
Indeed.
I need to find a place that has it. If not, I'll just order it.
But seeing as they came all this way, we locals should give them a warm welcome.
But there's this tea that I really like. It's like a vanilla white tea.
Oh, thank you, dear. Your family
But I
is
can only
so
find
good
it
to
around
us
Christmas
every
time.
year. First your father, and now you.
It's in a white and green metal tin that kind of has Christmas ornament decorations on it. I just call it white Christmas tea. Apparently it's very expensive because it's kosher.
Don't say things like that. It's bad luck.
We aren't as young as we once were, though. The body knows it. It used to be that I could spend all day working the land, carrying water back and forth. But now, even a moment of light work leaves me with all sorts of aches and pains. I wanted to do some weeding yesterday, but as soon as I bent down to get started, I suddenly felt that if I went any further, I wouldn't be able to get back up again.
Okay, I'm sorry, but when she said that, my mind just instantly went to I've fallen and I can't get up.
No.
This is my ticket to hell right here.
To work when you're a guest in our home. I'll just go fetch the tea and some snacks, and then we'll continue our conversation.
It's fine. It's not like it's the first time I've helped you with chores. I just haven't had much time recently with the fireworks show coming up. But once that's out of the way, I'll be sure to come by more often.
It's no trouble, really. We don't mind helping.
You're such.
Even though that joke is very old, I'm never letting it die.
For mine, he's all grown up now. Hasn't found anyone yet. And he doesn't visit very often. If you're quite sure it's no trouble, then I have some pickled radish here. Would you mind delivering it to Satoru on the other side of the village?
Sure, it won't take us a moment.
I've had pickled radish before, and it's very good, especially at ramen.
Let's help them out. We'll get rid of the weeds first, and then deliver the pickled radish.
Oh, Kibu, I'm not sure if you were around when I was talking with Jamie about this. I was wishing for the Raiden Shogun. I lost the 50-50 to this.
1, 2, breathe.
Shut up, you don't get to speak. I was so mad at Chi-Chi that at the beginning of the stream, I just threw her off the highest point of leeway, kicked her off my team, and just said, "Rot, bitch." Dang. Like, let me check Zhao's energy recharge right now. Energy recharge, 120. Why is his shield strength at 15%? Hold on. Oops. Heck, I'm checking everyone's energy recharge. 124. 114. 139. I was curious about that because Zhao and Jing have the two highest energy recharges.
Gather.
Useless.
This is what... Is this really what I need to do to finish the Archon quest? Just clear out weeds?
Yeah, you got it. And that should just about do it. Satoru is on the other side of the village. Let's go see him now.
This is a complete waste of time.
Hey, Satoru. How have you been? Keeping well?
Yeah, same as usual. Not much has changed. You're looking full of life, as always.
All thanks to the support of our loyal customers. The family business just
I forget about that timer.
We sold some
I technically
a while back, and
won a giveaway for a half-body model, but it's the art only, so I'm gonna need to find someone to rig, so I guess I'll keep it up still, because rigging is expensive.
Ryunosuke can manage? If it gets too much, don't forget, you can always ask me for help.
We should be fine. I think we can cope.
And it's not like a very special model, it's gonna be very basic, so no expressions or anything, or toggles.
Oh, wow, thank you so much. I never used to be a fan of pickled radish, would you believe? But then I tried some of Mrs. Imatani's homemade stuff and I couldn't get enough of it. It's a family staple now.
Speaking of your family, how's everyone doing?
They're doing well. We have the occasional heated argument, but I guess that's every family ever. Being close to family is better than never getting to see them. Even if it does mean putting up with some conflict.
Then again, how's my laptop gonna handle a 2D model if it can hardly handle Genshin? Well, maybe I could do a 2D model if I'm streaming games from my Switch, because then I have a capture card.
They're just used to it.
But PC games, I'm gonna just have to stick to PNG since it's easiest.
That way, they won't get so bored.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love that. As would all of us in Konda Village. You're always welcome here.
Thank you. Now that we finished all the chores, it's time to talk to the Imatanis about Sakujiro.
Apparently one of my college friends wants to get into playing Genshin now, because I've talked about it so much. Where's my old couple at? There's the old couple. Grandma, Grandpa, I'm home! Did you miss me? Is my tea still hot?
That was quick. Ah, young people are so handy.
Younger people
Still
have
hot.
bundles of energy, and older people have a wealth of wisdom. Each have
Yeah, that
their
reminds me I need to make a new PNG so I can start playing Genshin again on stream. Yes!
It's been
Do
50
it!
years this year.
PNG's for everyone.
So it has. Goodness, how the time flies. You barely notice as the years go by, but then suddenly 50 years have passed.
50 years since what? Some important day?
Well, if you must know, it was 50 years ago, back in the days when this young lady was still trying to win me over, that...
Oh, stop trying to impress them. We both know you were the one who was hopelessly smitten and desperately trying to win my affection.
Well, maybe you're right. 50 years ago, I proposed to my wife at the Naganohara fireworks show. We've been together ever since.
50 years is a long relationship. I can hardly keep one for a month. I'm just kidding. My longest relationship actually lasted for about half a year? No, about 7 months? Anyways, congratulations to you both. We won't talk about my relationship status.
Uncertain. I wasn't sure what I was doing when I walked into the Naganohara shop and ordered my firework. Even as it was rising up into the sky, I still had no clue what I was going to say. But then it exploded, the sky lit up, I looked closer and saw her eyes twinkling in the light of the fireworks.
Yeah, we won't talk about this.
Before
Nope.
I knew what was happening, apparently...
But yeah, my longest relationship was, I want to say, 7 months?
Yes.
I think?
50 years.
I can't remember.
In some ways, it's a long time. In others, it's no time at all. Really,
Then again,
it's just a
I was
number.
cheated on, so...
But 50 years
oh well.
of being together.
I'm not hurt.
Now that is something worth commemorating.
I had no idea
2 years
it
is
was
a
your
long
50th
time.
anniversary. If I'd known, I would have made some extra fancy fireworks just for you.
Oh no, it's quite all right. We always set off the same firework every year. It wouldn't be the same without it.
The same
Seeing
firework?
that firework go off takes us right back to those days. Even at this age, we still look back with not a
What the fuck?
single regret.
What? Was something I said?
Ah, what a great relationship they have.
Enough about us, though. Yoimiya, aren't you busy with the fireworks show coming up? Was there something you needed to discuss?
Yes, we need firework parts.
It's a difficult thing to talk about, but here goes.
Sakujiro. So he came back.
Huh? You know him?
He was our boy's best friend.
Oh yeah, I definitely did.
They
The
were
weird part is that I
They
wasn't
grew
even the
up
first one to
together,
find out.
shared everything with each
Technically, my sister was the first one to find out, and she told me about it.
But one day, they had a terrible argument.
After that, I just
Sakujiro
blocked
seemed
them
to feel that
and
Minazuma
moved
was
on.
too peaceful and wanted to see
But
what
before
the
I blocked
outside
them, I
world was
kind of
like.
posted something on my Snapchat
Keisuke
story
took after his father
that
and
made them
mother.
look like they were
He
a
felt
cover-up
that there was nothing
for
wrong at
me
all
being
with being
bisexual.
peaceful. You know what children are like.
And when I
They
made
get
sure
terribly
she saw
worked
it,
up about
then I
these
blocked
sorts
her,
of things.
because I'm that petty.
In the end, Sakujiro stormed off.
I'm very petty,
That was
and I love it.
I see.
Keisuke said nothing to me or my wife about the fight. We could sense that he was very hurt by it, but he didn't want to talk with us about how he was really feeling. Eventually, whether out of pent-up anger or for some other reason, he joined the Tenryo Commission. He rarely comes
Not the
home anymore.
Tenryo.
If it was anything else, I could talk to Keisuke, and I'm sure he'd be willing to help. But since
Yes, being petty is so funny. It is funny.
I don't feel there's any way we can get involved.
What a strange coincidence. Who'd have thought?
I understand now. When I asked Sakujiro why he came back, he just said because of past mistakes and wasn't willing to elaborate. Now I finally understand why he can't decide what to do.
Two best buddies in childhood. One grows up to join the Tenryo Commission, the other grows up to join the Tenryo Commission's most wanted list.
This is juicy. I guess this is fate.
Well, no worries. If that's the case, then never mind. We can find some other way to help Sakujiro. There's no need to make things difficult for you. This sounds like something for Sakujiro and Keisuke to resolve between themselves.
Yes. It'd be so nice if they could go back to the way things were.
I think after all these years, they ought to let go of their grudges.
Well, can't say we didn't try.
I mean, yeah, we did try. I just hope this is the last part of the quest. Because I really want to get to Enkanomiya. Because how else am I going to farm for Yaimiko? Also, that's another thing.
I'll let Sakujiro know after we get back.
If I have the rated Shogun's girlfriend, how come she didn't arrive? Like, hey, Bo. Raiden Shogun, Raiden A, whatever you want to name yourself, Makoto. I have your woman, and yet you ain't come home. You let a little child come home instead. I'm offended.
Yoimiya, something bad's happened. Some people from the Tenryo Commission came by.
Oh my god. This is just a cat and mouse.
Do they know?
Cat and mouse game.
Pops, are you alright? They didn't do anything to you, did they?
I told them the show was starting soon and the place was filled with fireworks, so they shouldn't go in because it's a fire hazard. But they didn't listen. It seemed like they knew Sakujiro was inside. Luckily, Sakujiro heard them coming in time and managed to escape through the window. The Tenryo Commission wasn't able to capture him.
Oh, this is bad news. I don't think Sakujiro
Oh, you're verse homophobic.
lined up.
Indeed.
Pops, did you see where he went? Oh, the Tenryo Commission.
Well, I wouldn't really say that because apparently Ningguang and Beto are a canon couple. Did you catch any of their names?
Names. We need names. Suddenly
Because during the
surely it must be Keisuke's doing.
during the Lantern Rite events in the last update, it was heavily hinted at that they were a couple, and an event in this update basically confirmed it.
And I didn't get a good look at them either. If you're wondering which way they went, they left.
So yeah, they're a couple no matter what you tell me.
Wish I'd caught their names.
And honestly, I think Eula and Amber are a couple as well.
I did.
Makes kind of
I was
obvious.
getting some ore from my friend's place and happened to bump into them on the way over. I think their leader's name was Keisuke, just like you said.
Just as I thought. Thanks. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, those two running into each other won't solve anything. And even worse, there'll be no coming back from it for Sakujiro. We can't let that happen. Come with me. Let's track them down.
Say track them down. It tells you where they went.
It's Mochizaka and his friends. Let's ask them.
Hello, children. I'm back. Did you miss me?
Hi, Yoimiya. Are the weapons to scare away the great Mujina yokai ready yet?
Oh, Mr. Ryunosuke is making them.
Most of the characters in Honkai Impact being queer as well.
Later.
I've never played that game, but I could kind of assume that they are.
I'm sorry. I have something important to do right now. I'll be back later on. But I'll bring you guys some candy next time. The extra sweet candy, the one you guys love.
Yay! We're gonna get candy! Woohoo! Candy! Woohoo!
I love him.
Also, I wanted to ask you guys something. Did you see a bunch of scary-looking men come by here at all?
Yep, we did. It looked like they were chasing someone.
Are they trying to catch a monster too?
Oh, wow.
No, don't worry. It's all just a big misunderstanding. Be good kids and stay out of trouble, alright? Stay in the city for now, and I'll come play with you after the fireworks start.
We will. We'll be on our best behavior, especially for you, Yoimiya.
It looks like this is the right way. Let's get going. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, I guess I'll have to step... Look! There are people from the Tenryo Commission over there!
I was clicking like I was about to start fighting. I probably am.
Sorry, official business. I can't let you pass.
Sakujiro and Keisuke are up ahead, right? We need to talk to them about something.
I'm gonna open up a Pop-Tart because I'm still hungry.
You're not getting past.
There's like a 50% chance that it's birthday cake flavor when I really want strawberry, so... Okay, so I do get Yoimiya. But first, this Pop-Tart that is broken up. So I'm gonna open it and... Yay, strawberry! So this is my last strawberry. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the confetti cake Pop-Tarts, but they're way too sweet.
Stabilize.
The fuse is lit!
I must.
Can you have the wrapper? What?
Gather.
Fire hazard!
I must.
Go up the ship
I will have order. I must.
You eat the wrapper? Wait a minute, cause no way Yoimiya... Holy! Oh! Oh! 71, 140... Oh my god. Level 78 Thundering Pulse. This is like one of the best whips to put on her. What artifacts did they give you? Ew. 5 Police Noblesse. C3. And talents all 6s. And you're doing 3,000 on a normal? You're doing up to 9,000 damage on a normal attack? Wow, MiHoYo's really stepping up the game.
How dare you impede the work of the Tenryo Commission? You will be punished for your actions.
Yeah, punish my
There's
ass.
nowhere you can escape justice. Not even at the edges of the world.
Look at that! The one with the loudest mouth had the fastest feet. We can't waste any more time on these guys. Let's push on. They should be just ahead.
Well, Yoimiya's fun.
Your skills with the sword have stagnated, Sakujiro. You should have known that you stood no chance against me in a duel.
I never imagined I'd fall into your hands.
Who's that? Is that his best friend?
If this is to be my fate, I accept it. I have nothing else to say.
But your return says that you finally came around to my point of view.
Whatever you say.
You will return with me to the Tenryo Commission to await your sentencing. The one who made this boat will also be punished.
Wait! It doesn't have to end like this! Don't you have anything else to say to one another?
Hey, I know you. You're Naganohara's girl, who makes the fireworks. I know you like to get involved in other people's business, but stay out of this. It does not concern you.
Technically it does. Technically it does concern us.
Then why did you risk life and limb to get yourself back into Inazuma? And why were you so reluctant to leave after you got here? I'll tell you why. This is why. This is the chance you've been waiting for. To talk everything through.
I have nothing to say to him. He's a criminal. I work for the Tenryo Commission. There is never any room for discussion. Out of respect for the friendship we once had, I gave him a chance to fight for his freedom. But his skills with the sword are as disappointing now as they ever were.
What are you talking about? And just who do you think you're kidding? You left all your subordinates back there to guard the road, making sure no one else followed you here. Seems to me like you were hoping for a chance to talk. I can see it in your faces. You both have so much to say. And you're just gonna choose to
Is my tea cooled off now?
Don't flatter yourself.
Okay, it cooled off enough.
What would you know?
Yoimiya, leave it. It was just my wishful thinking.
No, I won't leave it. I will not stand by and watch when you haven't even done anything. Keisuke, you seem to like
She's getting
something
feisty and I like it.
So, let's do it your way. I challenge you to a duel.
Uh-oh.
If I win, then you need to say everything that's in your heart. No more running from your feelings. And the same goes for you, Sakujiro. If I win, you will tell Keisuke exactly why you came back, no matter what the consequences are. You have to tell him everything.
Uh-oh.
Don't say anything now. You may never have another chance.
And if you lose?
Then I'll admit to collaborating with Sakujiro and accept the Tenryo Commission's punishment.
Uh-oh.
Yoimiya.
I accept. Let's settle this with a duel.
Sir, we're here to back you up.
Back up? Duels are supposed to be one-on-one! Alright, that's it! Let's help Yoimiya! We can't let her fight them all alone!
It's no
I must.
Wow, Yoimiya is very strong.
This is order.
A fisted retreat!
Oh, thanks for the lurk, Mickey.
Sir, they are too strong. We need more men.
Stand down.
What?
I thought I told you to stay away. Now stand down.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Young lady, you are just as obstinate as Sakujiro was back then. Why were you so convinced that we had things to say to each other?
Because Sakujiro may not have told me about you when he came back, but he did order a firework from me. Then, your parents told me about what happened between you when you were younger. Once I heard the story, I realized that the firework meant something special to you both. And that's why I simply refuse to believe that you have nothing to say to each other. Nobody sets off a firework to feel lonely, do they?
Nope.
The reason I came back is that I felt lost. It wasn't that I'd changed my mind, I just felt that what I'd done in the past was to try to escape from reality. I saw the freedom of Mondstadt, The contracts of
And my viewership, I forgot to follow, so let's get you to affiliate.
and the justice
Thanks,
of
Sebby.
Fontaine
So glad you
had
come
all
around.
left a deep impression on me.
Are those
I was
Wigglies?
glad that I'd
I always
left
wanted to
Inazuma,
commission one,
but then I happened
but
to
money
hear
is always an
about the
issue.
Shikoku decree.
It's alright.
I was an escapee, and I was proud of that.
Besides, the
What I
only
should have
person I
tried
know
to
who
do was
does
take the
Wigglies
good things from the
always has the
outside world
commissions full,
and
so
bring them back home.
yeah.
So that's why you came back?
But how are you,
Out of
Sebby?
your naive
Haven't
hope
seen
of
you in a
changing
while.
the way things are here.
No, I let go of all those delusions of grandeur. I just felt that I never should have run away like that. After all, you never ran away.
Huh?
I don't know about you, but life hasn't been easy for me. But I just had to come back and visit. It was like fate was calling me, and I couldn't ignore it
Doing
anymore.
good? Nice.
Life isn't easy for anyone. I truly worship the Raiden Shogun. Her ideas were my personal creed, and I desired nothing more than to see her will done. But now...
Hey,
my
Casita.
goal is
How
to
are you?
punish violators of the Shikoku decree and confiscate people's visions.
In fact, I need to make more use of this. Hold
I
on.
signed up for when I joined the Tenryo Commission. I do wonder,
Let me pause this right quick.
am I really doing the right thing?
Since I have worthy test subjects here. First, Kibu.
I think I just hear you. Makes sense. I'm gonna also try and just turn up Spotify audio a little bit and see. Yeah, if you can just hear me, then I figured it out perfectly. I also
Yeah.
heard this big
Yes,
boot.
this
What
thing
big
plays a
boot?
random clip.
Oh my god, Sam. Why are you coming in here tooting?
I don't know why you guys want me to play this game. Oh no.
Was that amnesia?
Naturally, this would pose an interesting challenge for one of you, given the other performance so far.
Sebby has the hat on.
Excuse me. No. No. Give me a second. No, wait. Stop. Stop. Ah! Give me a sec. Ah! Okay, go. Put it in. Put it in. Put it in. No, you did it. Give it a thing. Give it a thing. You've lost the laser privileges.
Amnesia gave you PTSD. It's supposed to.
Okay, so you gotta make another portal in the other side of the...
Amnesia's supposed to give you PTSD. In fact, I know Kat was lurking, so she deserves one as well. But yes, this thing will, every time I shout out someone, it'll play a random clip. So yes, all of your questionable moments will be seen by the world. And last one before I continue.
It's completely fine.
Oh, this is very old.
Also, I just...
That was a very old clip. Kat's gonna kill me later if she sees the VOD. But that's okay.
Is yours.
Huh?
Was that everyone though?
I couldn't make you stay in
How are you,
Inazuma,
Casita?
but that doesn't mean I want to keep you
Now
here
that
by
we've
force.
witnessed your PTSD trauma.
To the higher ups.
Don't worry about that. I'll handle it. If you want to come back, I hear the process of returning to Inazuma from the outside world is long and complicated, but it can be done. I will lend you my help, but until then, you'll have to wait. And don't kick the bucket on the way out.
Don't worry, Keisuke. I won't.
I mean, what kind of
Chance
bucket are we
can watch
kicking?
the fireworks together?
Maybe next time.
I'd really like to know. What kind of bucket is it?
For sure. It's not like me to give in to childish sentiment like this. I can't explain why I went through with it.
That boat.
It's the one that Sakujiro planned on using for his escape. I asked Yoshitaka and the others to transport it here, citing the temporary contraband storage clause. Forcing Sakujiro to this spot was also something I had planned all along. It's just like you said, Yoimiya. Even though I hadn't fully made up my mind, my actions betrayed my intent.
But I think you did the right thing. And look, now you've managed to resolve the grievance in your heart by talking about it.
I understand now. Thank you.
I mean, yes, talking out your problems is always useful. This is a lesson we can all learn.
That's only because I know your parents so well. They're both really nice people, so I didn't think the apple would fall too far from the tree.
I had heard there was a new Naganohara running things these days. Little loud and reckless, maybe, but you live up to the family name.
So Yoimiya's last name is Naganohara?
Fireworks can
Interesting.
reproduce the
Interesting.
firework that the two of us set off back then, right? Would you be able to make one for me?
Sorry, no can do. Without the slipper reference, I can't make the same one again. And I'm afraid Sakujiro is the one with the slip.
Ah, I see.
Damn.
Never mind then.
That's a massive kick in the balls right there.
Don't get too down just yet, though. I mentioned that Sakujiro ordered a firework.
Oh yes, for those that are new, like you, Sebi, for example. Since I'm not an affiliate yet, I kind of have redeemed setup through Stream Elements. I think you earn like 30 points every 10 minutes you watch.
No worries. And don't miss out on the start of the fireworks show.
I can't remember. I want to believe it's 30 or 40. It's one of those two.
Took command of that whole situation was amazing.
What can I say? I like to talk. I'm a strong believer.
Oh well, yeah, Kibu, that applies to you as well.
If you're not willing to communicate, then the problem just sits there. If you just keep staring at it without doing anything, eventually you'll watch every last opportunity to resolve it slip away before your eyes. Sakujiro and Keisuke can't turn back the clock in their relationship, but that's no reason to live with remorse. Anyway,
Hey Mickey,
follow me.
you finally home?
I'll bring you to the perfect place to watch the
Or were you
fireworks.
busy cooking?
My pops will set off the firework that I wanted to give to you.
You could watch again? Where am I going? Looks like I'm going over this way. Peepaw. Where am I? Oh, I gotta go up there. You were busy driving or cooking, Mickey? I'm coming, Yoimiya. I just saw an Electro Oculi. Ooh, cutscene time. Let us watch.
Huh? Oh. Oh, it's... Keisuke.
So Yoimiya, these fireworks, what do they mean to you? Yoimiya? Shh. Huh? Oh.
His Paimon. Shh.
That was amazing. It was so beautiful I could weep. I didn't actually cry though, right? I just feel a bit misty-eyed.
It's okay to cry. It was very pretty.
Oh, remember that big one that went up first? The gold one? That's the one I had Pops make for you.
Aww.
Oh, Paimon saw it. It was one of the best ones. They won't forget that anytime soon.
That's what I wanted to hear. I was hoping it would leave a deep impression on you guys. No matter where your journey takes you, and no matter what hardships might lie ahead, I hope you'll always be able to look back fondly on the fireworks you saw tonight. I believe that as time goes by, this firework will only grow brighter and more beautiful in your heart. Oh, and also, you're technically my customers now. Here, this is your paper slip. If you ever want to see that golden firework again, just come and see me.
Thank you for your kindness.
Mia, you seemed to turn into a completely different person during the fireworks. You were so quiet, and it was like you couldn't hear anything at all.
Oh, I can hear you. I just have a habit of being silent while I'm watching fireworks.
That makes sense.
Quietly watching something you made with your own hands rise into the sky feels like a sacred ceremony to me. You asked me what fireworks mean to me, right?
Yes.
Yep. Well, for Koichi, who built the boat for us, and his friend, Third Sis, fireworks commemorate friendship. For Keisuke's parents, they commemorate marriage. And for Keisuke and Sakajiro, they were commemorating...
Unwavering beliefs, right?
Oh yeah, right, beliefs!
As for me, to be honest, even though I've thought about it countless times before, I still haven't found an answer.
Seriously? Huh. Paimon was expecting something deep and philosophical.
Well, no one's ever asked me this before, so I've never really settled on an answer. It was by chance that I happened to be born into the Naganohara family, so it was by chance that I ended up learning this craft from my pops. It's also by chance that I've met so many people, learned so many things, and discovered that people associate watching fireworks with the things that are most precious to them. Fireworks that disappear in a flash of light are probably the furthest thing away from the eternity that our shogun desires. But people's feelings don't just disappear, and it's those feelings that give fireworks their purpose.
Exactly.
If people wanted to watch fireworks, then they wouldn't exist.
That's another kind of eternity.
Also, consider this. You have to have the Naganoharas because so many people are emotionally invested in the existence of fireworks. If we didn't exist, their wishes would go unfulfilled, wouldn't they? You know, I don't really think about complicated things like this very often. But I'm proud that I was born into the Naganohara family and have the chance to make so many pretty fireworks.
Well, that's completed. Finally, I could go get on with my life.
Inazuma is not such a bad place. Paimon's having a pretty good time. But we should probably go and...
It's going to take way too long to do that, though, so...
As usual, it's the first stop, Komori Tea House. Are you ready to head over?
Yeah, no, not now. Because that Archon quest is going to take a little too long, so... What did I want to do? I want to do Albedo's story quest. Albedo is... Princeps... Cretaceous chapter. I think I pronounced that right. Dark Knight Hero Alibi. This looks like Zhongli's constellation, so I'm assuming that's his story quest, but we're gonna do Albedo's and get it over with. The reason why his needs to get done with is because it's in Dragonspine and I don't like traveling Dragonspine. I could speedrun it. Oh, everything's dark. Is that Sister Rosaria?
Sister Rosaria!
And Barbara?
You are. Choir practice is about to.
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
Alright.
But this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
Wow. She's cold-hearted. I love it.
Sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, I'll wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony. Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people. Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up. But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right.
Rosaria's cold-blooded and I love it.
Important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Did she not see us?
Seems like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
Possibly.
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We'd better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain, or a trickster at best.
If she was talking to Barbara, I doubt that.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where, and you think I'm the trickster?
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering so quietly.
You weren't.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... So it's you.
It's
The
me?
honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains?
We're looking for Albedo.
It's him you're after? I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant.
So you're more like a
I couldn't
detective.
care what you think. Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
We really gotta bring her with us?
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the trap. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
Bitrate, you okay? You gonna stop being fucky? You good? No. You good now? Nope. Oh well. You so salty that Rosaria's outfit got censored? What did her outfit used to be?
Where do you want to go next? If you...
Those are footprints. Wait a minute. All this time, I'm just seeing this chest.
Why would anyone want... Forget it. It's not my concern.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to use elemental sight.
Hammer, another test subject. Solidify!
boring.
Go as one. Go as one.
Ooh, my internet is spiking badly.
It's nothing.
Barbados, guide us.
Go as one.
Stabilize! I got careless. Picked the wrong test subject.
Alright, internet, you done?
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
Not doing it, not doing it, not doing it.
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave this.
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm alright. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
I forgot what this thing does. Oh, gives me wishes and wings.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
This way. Is stream dying out for you guys, or is it just me?
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
Because if it is, I won't hesitate to switch to my hotspot right quick.
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilichurls?
Let me...
Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them.
Just to make sure.
Enough talk. Let's take them out of the picture first.
Whoops.
Go as one. Submit.
Who are you? Why did you alarm them?